Hey everyone, and welcome to another Case of Man Rules tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be going over a VirtualBox tip that's coming out soon. This does require basic knowledge of how VirtualBox functions or how virtual machines work. So if you don't know anything about that, head on over to the description of this video and click the link for the VirtualBox introduction video. There's also an annotation right here that you can just click on. Go check that out and then come back here. If you already have extensive, or not even extensive, just basic knowledge of VirtualBox, you can stay here. If you don't, go check that out and come back. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the VirtualBox 3.0 beta, which is a new version of VirtualBox coming out soon. And something that they've integrated into this new version is D3D support. For those of you that don't know what D3D is, it's Direct3D, which is a graphics rendering sort of function that's been created by Microsoft. If you don't know what Direct3D is, maybe DirectX, you probably know what that is. And those are just drivers that run the Direct3D sort of environment. And they've integrated support, so you can now run Direct3D applications or applications that use Direct3D within a virtual machine. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. First thing you need to do is go to sun.com and download the beta, although you don't have to do that because it's deep in the forums. So just go to the link in the description of this video, click on that, and download it. This method works on all platforms, and the downloads are available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So first thing we're going to do, once you've downloaded and installed it, is open up VirtualBox. First thing you'll get when you're running the 3.0 beta is this message saying that it's a pre-release version. I'm going to show you right here that this is in fact the 3.0 beta right here, as you can see. So what I've already done is gone in and created a Windows 7 test box. This is using a Windows 7 beta image, which is the release candidate version, and just going to run that because it needs to be Windows guest, obviously. Only Windows guest operating system, which is the virtual machine operating system, can run Direct3D applications. It doesn't matter what host you're on, like I said, it can be Windows, Mac, or Linux, but it has to be a Windows. So if you have Windows XP, Windows Vista lying around, I'm just using the Windows 7 beta because that's free and accessible to me. So first thing you do after you've started it up, and you need to know how to use VirtualBox to do that, like I said, there are a few settings that you need to do once you've installed the operating system, or you start it up again. So just go to settings, and right up here we need to go to display. First thing we need to do is check enable 3D acceleration. That's very important. Probably what you're also going to want to do is raise the amount of video memory. It was originally on 12, I believe. I raised it up to, I think it was 25. So that's important. You're probably going to need some more of that if you want it to function correctly. So after you do that, you should be good to go ahead and boot up the machine. I'm going to be right back after this finishes booting. Alright guys, just boot it up into this fresh install of Windows 7. As soon as you're fresh installed and you've done those settings configs that I showed you, first thing you need to do before you do anything else is go up to Devices in the Virtual Machine window and click Install Guest Editions. Click that and nothing's going to come up, just click it. After you do that, go to the Start menu and click on Computer. As you'll see, after you click that in the Devices menu, you now have this mounted as a CD. So double click that and you'll get a UAC notification because you probably haven't turned that off yet since it's a fresh install. And now you'll be able to install the guest editions for VirtualBox, giving it extra features including Direct3D support. So click Next there, I agree there, where you want to install it. This is the important part. You need to check the Direct3D support. It does say experimental as it is, and it's proof of concept, like I said, so don't expect anything great. But just check it because it's cool and that's what this is about, obviously. So click Install, and it'll begin installing. It takes a few minutes. It's got to install a couple of drivers. I've already installed it on here because I had to test this method out for the video, obviously. So it's done, but it'll install the driver, and you'll get a couple of messages coming up saying, would you like to install this driver? Just click yes, and it doesn't take too long, and then after you're done with that, you should be done and ready to go. Alright, so we just finished installing here. It'll come up saying that the setup has replaced some system files in order to make it work, so you're going to need to reboot your system. I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it, but you need to do that before anything's going to function. So after you've done that though, and you've rebooted up into your system, next thing we need to do is install DirectX drivers. So you're going to need to download those from the internet, I'll have the link to the ones available. It is a web installer, so it'll just download the, I believe it's called Stub, and then it'll download them from there and install them directly for you. This is the installer right there. Again, I've already done that. So after you have the Direct3D support integrated in with the guest editions, and you've installed the DirectX drivers, you should be able to run some sort of Direct3D application. Because this is very basic, I haven't tested anything past this point, but what I did was I downloaded some Coding Expo programs just showing basic methods of coding in Direct3D. These work great for showing basic Direct3D graphics. So here's one right here that's just going to render a couple of teapots in different colored windows. So if you double click that and click run, it opens these two windows. And as you can see, these two teapots are rendered right here within a Direct3D environment. This was never possible before in a virtual machine or without running any sort of drivers. And before drivers weren't ever compatible or being able to be integrated within a virtual machine running Windows. This is a really big breakthrough. Even though it's very simple, and as you can see the frames per second are very low, this means that we're not exactly at a point where we could really play any games very easily. But it is meaning that there's hope for the future and that it's possible. So as this continues to improve, we may see able to play simple games to the point where we can play more advanced games. But it's just showing that the technology's out there and it's going to be possible soon. This is something cool to look forward to. It's pretty exciting. That neat that we can all get into, and it's going to be fun. Keep watching those forums on Sun's website, and keep up to date, because one day we may be able to play Crysis on a virtual machine. Who knows? Anything's possible. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and for more you can go to casemanrules.com. Thank you for watching, guys. See ya.